Hi there, and welcome back to Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon. My name is Sarkimus. Today, a mission into the Warrens, a long explorer mission to collect an ancestor's signet ring, increasing accuracy and protection. Very nice trinket in my opinion. It also gives, of course, 15,000 gold. If we are going to be just as successful as last time, we should come home with a lot of gold, allowing us to upgrade more and more and more of our champion level characters. But anyways, we're gonna bring a bounty hunter, a houndmaster, a plague doctor, and a vestal. And the bounty hunter has the ancestor span, increasing his damage and crit chance for melee skills, and practically all of his skills are melee, only his mark for death isn't, and it doesn't really matter too much. By the way, one of the changes in the final release has been that his mark target now reduces protection similarly as the target whistle does for the houndmaster. The target whistle of the houndmaster is still a bit better. It reduces protection by 30% rather than by 20% at the maximum level, but it is still pretty damn useful to have, and I'm definitely going to make use of it. Probably what I'm going to do, because the bounty hunter is quite fast, is that I'm going to mark with him on the first round and then attack with him on the rounds after that. In certain situations we may also be able to have stunned targets that we can hit, in which case the finish him ability would be better. I might actually... No, I don't think that I will. I may use the come hither at some point, if that looks useful to me, but I don't think that I will. Then we have the Houndmaster. I have equipped Hound Rush, Target Whistle, Cry Havoc and Blackjack on him. Now he can use Blackjack in the second position, but at some point I'm gonna want to swap him with the Plague Doctor, because she can do almost everything that the what she can do in the third position, also in the second position, and the Houndmaster can only use Cry Havoc in the third position, and stress is probably going to be a factor, considering that this is a champion level dungeon. Now, the Plague Doctor has Noxious Blast, Incision, Emboldening Vapors, and Disorienting Blast. She's going to be stunning. She may in fact be able to stun a target before the Bounty Hunter gets to act, at which point it would obviously be worthwhile to use the Finish Him ability in a lot of circumstances. But anyway, what else is there to say about this? Yeah, I've enhanced the Incision with the Bloody Herb trinket, Witch's Vial makes the Disorienting Blast more effective. I hope that this combination is going to work out. We'll see. Battlefield Medicine, actually I will use that one for now instead of the Emboldening Vapors, simply because curing a bleed might be more pertinent than actually emboldening someone. Regardless though, finally we have the Vestal. I've equipped a Haste Chalice for her, because her speed is quite low because of the Sacred Scroll. So at least on the first round of combat she should be able to heal quite nicely. I've also decided to bring this particular Vestal because she has increased scouting chance in the Warrens. Do we have any other characters who have that? Yes, we have an additional 10% scouting chance from the Houndmaster. And we also have a few camping skills that allow us to increase scouting chance, because I do want to try to find a few secret rooms. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's get into this. We actually get 2 dog biscuits, and that's quite interesting. I wonder if they have been nerfed individually, but that you now get 2 per Houndmaster. That would be kind of useful, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, let us bring 3 shovels. I think 2 anti-venom is fair enough. Then we're going to bring 4 bandages, 2 medicinal herbs, a skeleton key, a holy water, and torches. And I think that, based on how many torches I used last time, 16 torches is more than reasonable. We have arrived! And it is indeed a nice blob of rooms today. That should make things a little bit easier for us. Gives us a little bit more options, of course. Let's go to the left first, I think. And there's battle number 1. And immediately we're gonna have to deal with a ghoul. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let us start with a stun on this guy. And hopefully he gets shuffled to the back, so that we can more easily hit the Swine Reaver. Judgment doesn't deal increased damage to to unholy targets, so using it against the ghoul is not going to be particularly effective, I think. No, it isn't. Dazzling Light, however, could work, although, to be perfectly honest, we do have a 30% reduction for that skill, so chances... Actually, this guy is pretty vulnerable to stuns. We didn't land it this time, but we had a decent chance of actually landing that. Regardless, let us try to kill him with the Bounty Hunter. 17, not quite. He does get his turn next, of course. All that effort for nothing, almost. The Hound's Rush will definitely take him down, though. No doubt about that. And then we have, of course, the Insatiable Ghoul still left here. Maybe we should blight him, maybe we should bleed him. It doesn't really seem to matter. Our bleed chances at the moment are actually higher, but we deal more blight damage over time, so that is the better play, in my opinion. Then he is no longer marked or anything like that, and he is not a human. So I guess we're gonna go for the Mark for Death. Reduces protection by 50%, and then you can use this because it deals increased damage against marked targets. 22, that I believe was the minimum that we were expecting, but it's still pretty damn good. Skull Toss, 12 damage. That's fine because we still have a Hellion who... still got a Vestal, I mean, who can heal that right back up. Anyway. More of this, please. Another 20 damage. Is it gonna take him down? I believe it is, yes. Alright, not too bad. A lot better than last time when we had to face several ghouls. I've never seen a battle in which there were 2 ghouls. That could be pretty nasty, but it could also be a pretty cool combat, in a way. Anyway, let's start with another Disorienting Blast. Let's apply that to... I'm thinking the Swine Reaver. Shuffle, okay, that's kind of nice. The Occultist Champion, I believe, is not nearly as effective in that particular position. Decent damage, in fact, very nice damage from the Vestal there. And what do we want to do next? We could reduce protection, but I don't really see the need for that. Finish him, we no longer have stun targets. It still would deal... No, it doesn't. This one deals increased damage against human targets. But we can only reach him. So I guess I'm going to mark this guy. Make sure that we can kill him with a single strike from the Houndmaster. Although I might want to attack this guy with the Houndmaster first. Although, no, not really. No, not really. This will do. Maybe I should use a Dark Biscuit, actually. Especially since we now have 2, apparently. Maybe you get 2... Dark Biscuits, by the way, because this is a long dungeon. That could be the case. I need to keep an eye on that in the future. What do we want to do here? Incision could be good. His bleed resistance is not particularly high, so... Then again, do we have anything more important to do? No, not really. Alright, very nice attack. 15 damage. It apparently lasts for... Let me check that. This lasts for 3 rounds. Huh. Maybe because it critted, you get more rounds. That would be nice. That would be pretty damn nice. Let's do an uppercut against this guy. Move him back too. Ah, he resisted it. Oh, right. Our move skill chance is pretty bad because of the wounding helmet from the Bounty Hunter. So, it was a pretty bad play on my part. I should have been aware of that. I should have been aware of that effect. Oh well. We're still doing fine, in my opinion. The Vessel basically has nothing to do other than heal up our characters in case they get wounded. And if they're not wounded, then she can do a bit of damage herself. That is pretty bad. I would like to heal that up with a bandage, I think. But let's heal her up with regular health for now. With a regular heal, I mean. There we go. More incision. Receiving 6 damage over time, that's pretty damn good. Then we have the collect bounty against humans. Pretty damn awesome. 43 crits. Yeah, that Ancestor's Pen is helping us a hell of a lot. Stun? I think I can just go for the kill here. Didn't deal as much damage as I was expecting. He's still alive. Ball and Chain is simply a stun attack. 7 damage is still pretty high though. Let's do a heal here. A crit of 20. Wow. Very nice. And whatever. Maybe we got another opportunity to heal, so that's why I'm stalling a bit here. Not from him, of course, because he is still stunned. More protection reduction from the Houndmaster. And then, of course, he gets a turn before the Vestal does. Alright, what do we want to do here? The ruby is worth quite a lot to me, of course. I think I may in fact start by dumping 50 gold, because that's very little gold. I can easily afford to get rid of that for now. I could camp right here. I think I will, actually. And I'm only going to... stress reduction. Even stress reduction isn't really necessary. And... oh, actually, the 10% health, I mean, is not really necessary. So let's just eat half. And then we can use the 12 points of respite, for example, on an improved scouting chance. I didn't equip it? Really? Oh, well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Alright, well, in that case, I'm simply going to apply the scout ahead. This is how we do it. Apply 5% extra crit and accuracy on himself. That's not particularly helpful. Nighttime ambush I'm not really scared of, but tracking would reduce chance party surprise by 15% and increase to surprise the enemies by a lot more. Is that worth 2 points? I think it is, but perhaps we want to do something else first. We don't have any diseases yet. Blessing is a pretty expensive camping skill in my opinion. I could do a chant. Oh, that only applies to one companion. Alright, so that's not really a great option either. Maybe some pep talks in that case. In that case, we're definitely gonna start with... Oh, Therapy Dog could be nice. Yes, Therapy Dog. I like it. Then we're going to go for... Tracking. 4 points remaining. We could do with a bit of wound care on the Houndmaster, but we can also simply heal him with the Vestal, so it's not really that big of a deal. The 3 points would waste 1 point, I think. It would increase disease resistance on the Vestal. So that would be an interesting play. So what we could do in that case is do the... This is how we do it. And then apply the cure... Oh, it now applies only to himself. Oh, okay, crap. Crap. Well, they changed that. Good to know, good to know. No ambush. Getting a scout here. We only have done one hallway. I thought we'd done two, but that's fine. Hopefully we're gonna be able to find a what's it called? A secret room. That would be bloody brilliant. Alright, another battle. A couple of beasts. Nothing too bad, especially with the surprise. Disorienting Blast could be pretty decent here. You know what? That's fine. That's a good idea. All the way to the front you go. And you do the heal that we were planning. Get the bounty hunter back up to, well, close to his full health. He is stunned, so there's hardly a choice here. Excellent. Obviously, we did spend 3 actions. Well, that's kind of unfair to myself. Very nice. We should definitely use a Dark Biscuit, but then again, we seem to be doing A-okay here. That's a pretty nasty debuff. Damage is reduced considerably by that. Blight resistance of this guy is pretty high. Bleed resistance is also pretty damn bad. We could stun him though. We could definitely try to stun him. There we go. And then he is stunned, so once again we can go for the finish him. 23 damage, even with a 40% damage reduction, that's not too bad. Hound Rush, another 17. He is, well, not doing too well. We're kind of kicking his ass. 5 damage from the Vestal is not amazing, but it will do. She was actually able to make use of that little bit of health there. 9 to 16 damage. That is 11 plus another 6. This ought to do it, right? Yeah. We are untouchable. Kind of. Damn. Sapphires. I definitely want to bring those as well. What do I want to do? Anti-venom I still want to keep. Holy water. I still want to keep skeleton key. I want to keep most of these supplies for now. So let's dump the citrine in that case. And I don't remember how to interact with this. I don't want to risk it. And I'm definitely not going to use my firewood again for the campfire, because that can only end badly, basically. Last time that I did that, it had no effect, so I'm pretty sure that's still not gonna have any effect after the final release. Alright, a few maggots. This is alright. Especially with the surprise, of course. Let's apply this one, because actually I want to be able to hit this guy. He has a couple of hit points more, so... You were disappointing me, Vestal. That was disappointing. See? That's how you do things. And then the Houndmaster. With the Hound's Rush, of course. Easy. And once again, we don't have any room for the gold. And 250, I kind of want to get to take with me. So let us, in fact, use the holy water, take the gold, and continue onwards. We still have a lot of rooms to go, and we already are like 17, a little bit less, I guess. Almost a quarter of an hour into this dungeon. Let's hurry this up a bit. We do want a lot of gold, but we also want to get the trinket so that eventually we can do the darkest dungeon. Which looks pretty interesting to me. I have seen a little bit of video footage of it. Just enough to give a bit of an indication of how difficult things are going to be. The answer? Quite difficult. Maybe with a shuffle we can manage to get him in the front. So I'm going to stun him instead. That's too bad. Resisted the shuffle. Oh well. Damage. 12. Halfway down of his health. Let's deal increased damage against humans, I guess. Or increased damage against stunned targets. 18. Didn't quite get the kill. Hound Rush. I probably should have used the Dark Biscuit here, by the way. Simply to make sure that we got the kill immediately. Blanket Fire. 2, 2, 6, and 3. It's fine, it's fine. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad indeed. Fortunately, we have a Vestal who can heal us back up. You I can kill with a Noxious Blast. Get through that protection of yours. Shank another 14 damage. Ooh, and a bleed. Uppercut for the stun. And then we definitely need some healing here. Bandage. And no stun is required or anything like that. What do I want to do? I guess I'm simply going to mark this guy. And then the Vestal can do the heal. Please crit. 8. That's like the minimal of healing that she typically does. Although, that is partially due to the fact that the Houndmaster has the spiked collar trinket, which reduces his heals. So, we cannot put all the blame on the Vestal there. Let's still do a bit of healing though, even if it is only very little. This may actually finish him off, so I kind of don't want to do that. Mark him even more. It has no effect whatsoever, but... Alright, the heal. 7? Really? Oh yeah, still. The trinket, right, of course. Let's actually attack him with a regular attack. 11 damage. 3 damage over time, that's not going to be enough. Let's try to go for a stun here. He's going to die from that anyway. Oh well. Mark, maybe we get lucky and the Vestal gets a turn before the cutthroat, but that is extremely unlikely. Indeed. Didn't happen. Too bad. Whatever. Skeleton key... Yeah, let's dump that. Mostly we're gonna find heirlooms in chests anyway, so keys are really not that important. Or do you need keys for the... Oh, you may need keys for the... Oh, you may need keys for the secret room. Well... Oh, there's a secret room right there. There's a secret room right there. Oh, hey. How are we going to approach this in that case? I think I may do this. Move over here. No, that's not going to work. We may move up here, all the way over here, and then go back to this room, and then over here. That could work. That could work. Alright, fine. Whatever. We must have explored that secret door retroactively, because I'm pretty sure that our hallway was empty before. A map, excellent. More information is always good. Alright. Let's continue. Oh, I thought we were in a room for a second there. I am going to go all the way to the end of this hallway, I think. I think we should be able to deal with the battles in there. This is some kind of a buff, right? Have a potent buff. Scouting chance apparently also only lasts a couple of combat rounds. That is pretty annoying. And there's a bit of a glitch there with the tooltip, but I'm guessing that this is going to last until next camp. So that's pretty great. Let's disarm traps with the bounty hunter. We should also eat some food. We have plenty of food here, so... There we go. Then we're gonna take a peek in here, see if there's any loot that we can take for free. Indeed there are. Although it's not the greatest loot in the world, but it will do. Once again, bounty hunter, do your thing. And continuing on. Don't really want those. And I am going to use dark biscuits here, of course. Yes, definitely. No surprises, which is kind of unfortunate, but alright. Disorienting Blast. He's pretty move resistant, so he's not gonna get shuffled. Which is fine by me, because I want him to stay in the front. But I do want to stun him, although his stun resistance is 120. Our stun chance is 30 plus 160. So only 40% chance of actually landing that stun. Yeah, that's not particularly great. Let's stun this person instead. Make sure that we don't get any nasty stress attacks. Then we're gonna go for a mark for death, I think. Use his protection a little bit. Is his base protection... Oh, we didn't land the debuff. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Do we want to do this? Oh, we definitely want to do that. 50% extra damage, 15% extra. They have also nerfed the dark traits. Alright, that is pretty annoying of them, but so be it. 21 damage. Pretty good. And then maybe a heal or maybe another stun. Stunning is very unlikely. Yeah, stunning is very unlikely. Let's just deal damage to this woman person. Alright, trot retreat, moving him all the way to the back. And then maybe a Noxious Blast against her is not gonna get the kill. Incision in that case. There we go, a crit. Then you can do collect bounty. 25. Halfway through his health. That's pretty good, but he still has a lot of protection. That's an annoying debuff, but we should still be fine. We keep on making use of the Dark Biscuit here. Boar Rush. 16 damage. And a knockback. And a stun. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Fortunately, our Vestal can heal him up quite effectively. Apply a Noxious Blast to him. His Blight resistance is relatively high, so let's not do that. Let's instead use the Incision. Only 5 damage, but I would think we would land the bleed there. Yes, he's not dead just yet, though. This ought to kill him. Especially with a stun. He uses the Stumbling Scratch because he cannot really use an effective attack from that position. He'll back up the Bounty Hunter. Next time we're probably going to heal the Houndmaster if we get the opportunity. Mark. Incision, why the hell not? And you could go for a stun, I guess. And that actually gives us that extra heal that I wanted. 7. A little annoying that it is so low on the Houndmaster, but it's worth the sacrifice of that one trinket. Let's move him back to the front. And fine, let's try another stun. Also deals a little bit of damage. It actually worked out quite nicely there. We still need to do a little bit of damage. This will do it. Take that. I'm gonna take the key, because I think I am gonna need it for the secret room. Move him back one slot. That's very nice. I actually think that I don't really need to Cry Havoc. I will use the Lick Wounds instead when I need it. Because the Houndmaster does... he loses his health relatively quickly, so it's quite useful to have a healing ability on that character itself as well. Only 5 torches remain, but we also still have one more campfire, so that's obviously going to be quite useful in that regard. Alright, this is very original game. Well done. Let's start the same way. This time we move him all the way to the front, which is kind of bad, to be perfectly honest. Increased damage versus stun targets, or do we want to use finish him? 19 to 38, 17 to 37. It's both amazing, but oh my god! He has lost his accuracy buff, though. That must be said. But that was a pretty bad miss. Stumbling Scratch. That actually moves the Swintor all the way in the back. That is pretty devastating for us, probably. Can we stun him? We can actually reach him. Alright, let's try that. Alright, good. That is big relief for me. Alright, in that case, well, let's now go for... Ooh, let's actually use the Dark Biscuit as well. Come to think of it. Or do I still want to use the Target Whistle first? The Houndmaster cannot reach him anyway with that. So I think I'm going to use the Dark Treat and then attack with the Hound Rush. Only 11, yeah, obviously because of his protection. Went for the Odd Gods. We're gonna have to ignore the front two units a little bit here, unfortunately. Yeah, apparently when you crit, actually the damage over time lasts 2 more rounds, which is frustrating and very cool at the same time. We could heal him back up, but I would rather deal some damage, I think. 16, that's pretty good damage indeed. You finish her off. He still gets an action though. Finish him only works best against stunned. Let us in fact mark this guy. It's too bad about the stress attack, but we can deal with a few stress attacks. But we definitely need to mark him, get his protection down, and oh, his protection, he resisted the debuff. That's pretty bad. And what is he going to do? Boar Rush, please don't be too bad. 17 damage is pretty bad, but all in all, I think we shouldn't complain here. Let's heal him up a little bit. Let's try again for... oh, he's stunned through his... he's gonna lose one round with his Dark Treat bonus, but so be it. Collect Bounty would deal actually pretty good damage, so let's do that instead. I could mark him again, but this I think is going to be more effective. And then apply even more bleed, perhaps? Looks okay. Yeah, I cannot properly reach the back row anyway. Although I could stun them, but I don't want to do that. Just on the off chance that the Swinetaur gets moved to the back again. An Eldritch Push here wouldn't actually be too bad of a deal. Although, yeah, it actually would be. Whoopsie. He is no longer stunned, but he's still bleeding. Stumbling Scratch. 7 damage for Stumbling Scratch is pretty nasty. Short Retreat. He needs to be all the way in the back, apparently. For his more powerful attacks, I mean. Let us do a group heal. That should be fine here. 6, 4, 6, 6. That is actually pretty damn good. Alright, time, I think, to kill a few front row units. That's one. She's gonna die on her... oh, no, she's not. Alright, that's fair enough. Let's get rid of that... yeah, let's get rid of that. And then you can use your lick wounds, I think. Oh no, you should definitely do this. Definitely. Especially because he still had the buff from the Dark Biscuit. Heal up. It only helps the Houndmaster, mostly. But that's fine. That's perfectly alright. Noxious Blast for the kill. And we are done. A nice loot as well. This is almost the right formation. We want to have it like so. Alright, actually I'm going to move them around now so that he can use his stress heal from now on. What do we find in here? I don't want to use a skeleton key once again. That does kind of mean that we have to deal with this nonsense. Fortunately we still have an anti-venom. If I go... that seems like an insane waste of time. We don't have a holy water anymore, so interacting with the pile of bones is a waste of time. Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek in here. This gives us a damage buff. So what we could do is move up here first, to the right here, then back again. Then move down here again, get the buff. If we still have the medicinal herbs, yeah we do. No, I think that's a stupid thing to do. We can definitely use the buff right now. So let's do that. And it also frees up an inventory slot and gives us another 12 food. That is brilliant. Alright. 25 gold. I think I'll discard because that is not too much. Although, I don't think that I need another anti-venom. I may get poisoned, but I can always use the battlefield medicine on the Plague Doctor. At least if it happens in combat. Yeah, let's move back now. And we're gonna go up. Up, 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 up. Hunger event, we can easily deal with that right now. Alright. Cultists and a few beasts. Let us stun this guy, prevent any diseases from landing on us. Although stunning the Enchantress or the Cultist Witch would also have been great. because that might have prevented some stress damage on the Houndmaster, who's already way overstressed. But anyway, that's going to be fine. Let us, in fact, mark the Swine Slayer and use the Bounty Hunter to deal insane damage to him. 23 to 47. Yep. I mean, he's like a tank unit, so the fact that we managed to kill him in a single blow is amazing. After, of course, we applied the mark target, but that's fine. That doesn't really count as an attack anyway. Attack. 15 damage, pretty damn good. Halfway through his health and a little bit of bleed. Vomit. No disease, but of course the stress is kind of becoming a problem right now. Eldritch Pull, he can easily be in the front position, that doesn't matter to me at all. But if he resists it and gets a lot of stress from that I don't particularly like. No, I do not. Please reduce the stress a little bit on... No, alright, well. Where is, by the way... Oh, I unequipped it. Oopsie. The whole reason for changing him to the third position is for him to be able to use the Cry Havoc, and I forget to re-equip it. Oh, bollocks. Well, anyway, let's do this. 13 damage to the Swine Heaver is not too bad. And let's Judgment him as well. Didn't quite get the kill. Yeah, and he's gonna act first, of course. Fortunately, not targeting the Houndmaster here. We could get very unlucky here. Alright, this is good, this is good. No crits, please, thank you. We need to kill these people as quickly as we can. And therefore I'm going to stun them. No, actually, I don't want her to get another action, so... That's the reason. Oh, I should have used against stun targets. That was just a little silly. But anyway, let us kill this one. And then heal up with the Vestal. Very nice. He's gonna get his first action? No, he isn't. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. There we go. Ooh, lots and lots and lots of goodies. And I'm going to camp. Feast is definitely warranted here, especially with the insane amount of food that we've received. And then, did I get a disease at some point? No, right? No, okay. I do want to use Man's Best Friend here. All companions reduce stress by 10%. They seem to be kind of okay. Self-only increase accuracy. He has missed a few times. So let's use that one. This is how we do it. Increase scouting chance we don't really no longer need because we've practically scouted out the entire dungeon. A pep talk reduces, increases stress damage on, for example, the Houndmaster by 15%, which isn't as good as it used to be, unfortunately. He's not religious, so that's not going to help too much. Only 10 stress removed from him because of it. Encourage might be better in this particular case. Increases accuracy. No, let's reduce it. I think that's a better call here. And we may as well use that one for a little bit extra disease resistance. Alright, do we get ambushed now? We haven't seen any ambushes, I believe, since the initial, since the final release of the game. So it is overdue, kind of. But, no, not yet, apparently. Once again, it's trapped. We should probably bring a few more keys in the... over here. Anyway, yeah, I want to have the Cry Havoc rather than anything else. Alright, go to the right, I think. We have skipped these two rooms, so we need to go over here. Alright, not too bad. Cultist Witch can deal some stress damage, but hopefully we'll be able to kill her before she gets a chance to act. Disorienting Blast on her. in your face, and then the bounty hunter can hopefully finish him off. Let's use the Hound's Rush here. 15 damage. Do these guys have protection or they do not? Alright. We did lose the buffs from the carts of food that we encountered, or the cart with the corpses, I should probably say. Finish him. Finish her, of course. And, ooh, what do we want to do here? Stun chance is not particularly great. Let's Judgment. And then what is he going to do? Tentacle Devour? Indeed. Marks, deals a bit of damage, debuffs. Didn't mark, okay. I was wrong about that. No biggie. Resisted the bleed. His bleed resistance is quite high, of course. On will do, 17 damage. No need to mark here. We will finish him off relatively easily with the Hound's Rush. Moving on. Hopefully there will not be a battle on the way back. That would be kind of irritating. What was this stuff? I don't remember. If I skipped it, I must have had a good reason for skipping it, but I don't remember what it was at all. So, let us. Yeah, I'm gonna do this fight as well. Why the hell not? That was the last torch, by the way, in case you didn't realize. Okay, good that we got a surprise here. Let us also try to get a stun here, particularly on him. This deals 10 to 20. Or we could mark him. I think I would rather use 10 to 20. Especially with the increased chance of critting. Exactly average, but no crit. That's kind of too bad. Judgment, yes. Or I could try to stun this guy. No, low chance of that. Alright, Judgment. Nice, 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 nice. And Hound Rush. I'm going to mark this guy instead. I'm not really worried about the large Flash Eater. He does have his nasty abilities, but... oh, we can pray that that is going to mark him. And debuff him. Oh, that's a big damage reduction. That is a very, very big damage reduction. Alright, got another bleed on him. He's no longer stunned, but he is now marked. 14 to 29 damage. If I had medicinal herbs, I would use it to get rid of this debuff, but no such luck, unfortunately. 26 damage is, of course, still pretty awesome. And I do want to kill him, so let's use the Hound Rush here. A bit of an overkill, but so be it. Tentacle Devour. 23, that must be because he deals increased damage to marked targets. Fortunately, our Vestal can remedy the situation. Takes maybe 2 or 3 rounds, but... And obviously to finish him. Heal even further. One more heal like that and we should be good. Alright, this is actually going to get the kill, I think. That's fine. That's alright. Alright, more sapphires for us. That's also pretty damn good. No more torches. I was about to light one, but that's obviously not a possibility here. And then we need to go down. Down, down, down we go when we want to skip that. Unless we have a holy water that I'm not aware of. No, we do not. Trap disarm chance. His disarm chance is also pretty high, and it would reduce a bit of stress on him. So that is obviously a good choice. Go over here. Once again. Come on! He has a 35% chance of disarming! Well, his stress is back up now. We don't have a torch. Never mind. And this should finish up the dungeon. Indeed it does. I'm glad I didn't miscalculate that. And let us go straight up now. Already been looted. They're screaming in the background. Ooh. Take a peek over here. That gives us an additional torch. Yay! Bit of gold as well, of course, because we're now in the dark, and that increases the amount of loot that we receive from curios like that. And then... secret door. Right here. Alright, there we are. Use a key. The secret compartment contains treasures. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Use the torch. Take that. Take that. We don't need the shovels, although it's probably gonna be worth more to me if I dump something else. Yeah. Take that, dump those, take that. Brilliant. Love it. 3 trapezohedrons. How much gold did we get in the end from that? From the trapezohedrons alone we got 7.5 thousand. So this should arrive right about now. Alright, that's pretty damn good. 33,000 gold, amazing. Even better than last time. And only the stress on the Houndmaster is a little bit bad. It's not even that bad. I would actually send him into a dungeon if I had to. Evasive replaces Warren Scrounger. Unholy Hater replaces Second Wind. I would rather have Unholy Hater with her anyway. Alright, I wonder what this means. Successfully complete your first foray into the ruins. I wonder if that is something that is like the first dungeon that you ever do after the tutorials or something like that. That could be the case, in which case I'm going to be very annoyed because I will never be able to finish off that check on the checklist. Anyway. Next time on Let's Play the Darkest Dungeon, what are we going to do? Maybe the Formless Flesh? It's about time, right? Ancestor's Lantern. Oh my god, that one is pretty awesome as well. And it's another explore mission. You know what? I think we need to do 3 of those kinds of missions in a row. I think that's only fitting. Would be nice to have another Berserk Charm. I actually like that charm a lot better nowadays because of the speed boost is even greater. The accuracy reduction is of course kind of bad. In my opinion, the accuracy reduction and either the virtue chance reduction or the stress damage increase would make this item like very nicely balanced. I mean, it's a rare item, it should be somewhat good. I would only use this item if I wanted a character that should deal a little bit more damage and should be a little bit faster and has some other trinket that reduces its speed. Otherwise I would probably not use it, but anyway, it doesn't really matter anyway. Alright, so let's do another long mission after this. So, I hope you're enjoying my series. I'm thinking it's kind of fun. Let's take a look at this. The creature's power waxes terrible. Recover the protective relics from the long-abandoned base camp, but beware the shuffling horror. Ooh. That sounds like a boss. And the reward is quite substantial as well. 15,000 gold. I would expect more, actually. Come to think of it. I mean, you get 18 crests from it. So I would expect like 18,000 or perhaps even 20,000 gold for a mission in the Darkest Dungeon. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will also hope that you will join me next time when we will be going into the ruins once again to do once again a long explore mission to once again collect an Ancestor's Trinket. Take care.